Hi Cappies, hello, welcome to my channel Universal Power Tarot. My name is Marta. These messages I bring you here are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys, and of course myself. How are you doing, you guys? Everything good? Are you okay? All right. I was thinking, Cappies, before we get into your reading, a quick announcement. I was thinking, how about if we uplifted the collective together? Because as most of you probably know, I offer a free private reading, like 20-minute free private reading every month. Spirit and I are picking someone, usually based on your subscription and you mentioning it in the comments. However, we're going to switch it around in April. For those that have enlisted already for April, you stay in that pot, right? But I was thinking it would be so awesome if you could, if you want to participate, right? Of course, and write something nice in the comments for those that are watching. For example, have a wonderful day, whoever reads this, right? Be blessed, whatever you want, right? Much love, whatever it is that you feel could uplift the collective. That would be so wonderful. But of course, only if you want to and if you're up for it. And Spirit and I, mostly Spirit is going to pick one person from this particular comment section, and yeah, and we'll see who wins the free reading in April. All right, Cappies, I'm so excited. Let's hop right into your reading. This is a general reading, you guys. First card out. So it may or may not resonate with you, Cappies, okay? Please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, because that means it's for somebody else. It's not gender specific, it's not really time specific. I put the dates on for informative purposes for you and for myself. And yeah, you can reverse the placements. Whenever the title of a message resonates with you, or you feel drawn to a reading for whatever reason, no matter if it's your sign or not, there might be message in it and you might watch it. All right, Cappies, let's have a look. First card is the strongest. You have healing, Aquarian energy. The star card. Wow. Wow, that's dope. That's so cool. So you're in your emotional world right now, very, very much immersed in it, matter of factly. It's almost like you might even have dreams of the ocean and of being, I almost want to say levitating in the ocean, like swimming, floating in the ocean, but underwater, right? But that feels good. I'm getting a really good feeling off of that, almost a feeling of weightlessness. It also reminds me, of course, of space, right? That beautiful weightlessness that we can feel when we're underwater, and how everything that has been bugging us, pressuring us, is just falling off. And then here also comes in the healing qualities of water, right? How beautiful it is to just not do anything right now, but just to allow the water to cleanse that off of you, right? Whatever it is. And I love that. So maybe you are indeed right now in some sort of a floating state here, Cappies, which is so wonderful, but I'm getting like major healing. And if that's not where you're in right now, then that's where you're going to be in, okay? And that's so wonderful. Congratulations. That is beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, but I also see the hard work that you put in, right? And that at times it felt like the desert, right? And not like the ocean at all. It felt like you were pouring water at one spot, right? Particularly, and nothing seemed to grow at that spot, and all of a sudden you find yourself immersed in that spot. It's almost like, what I'm getting here is very interesting, is you were that seedling that you were trying to nurture, but it wouldn't really grow. Like, you wouldn't really grow no matter what you did, and all of a sudden spirit is coming in and you find yourself immersed in the most beautiful, nourishing situation, and in this weightlessness, right, where really you don't have to worry about anything, everything's taken care of. It's a real carefree state, right? And you don't need to worry whether anything comes in or goes out. It's just like very beautiful. Wow. We have the page of rods, right? A message is coming in for you, or you want to extend a message to someone else. We'll see. Ha. What I'm immediately also getting with this card is that where you poured the water before actually grew something. That's cool. I got that from here because she's pouring it here. There's a huge amount of water. She's pouring it here. But look, it's something growing here. Something is growing out of that situation where you thought there was growing nothing. But indeed, there is a lot growing right now. And these ferns really grow fast, and they grow by the bunches. So they, when there's never just one fern, right? Because they replicate, right? And so there are so many all of a sudden. It's like, what's that? Like a perpetuum mobile effect, where something is being set in motion that is just replicating itself automatically, right, without any energy intake, which again takes me back to your first card of that weightlessness state where a lot is happening, but you are in this gorgeous taken care of state, almost like in the womb, like a baby in the mother's womb. Everything's good, you know, you don't have to do anything, you don't have, you know, nothing. Just be. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, what? Okay, that's quite the contrast. Wow, the Nine of Swords is coming out. So that's anxiety, that's sleepless nights here. Yeah, that's really the contrast, right? So what I'm feeling with this here is that Spirit is giving you a message here. That is Spirit coming in and giving you a message. You don't have to be in that Nine of Swords kind of a state. Just take those hands, take them down, have a look, because where you're actually at is this, right? In this weightlessness state. You can be in this weightlessness state at any time that you choose here, Capricorn, right? You don't have to be in fear and anxiety. You don't. You can do something about that too. You can do the tapping. I made a video on that. If you're feeling a bit unsettled, then this might help. That's the title of the video, so you might want to check that out. There's tapping and one more technique that really catapults you out of that state quickly and back into the moment, right? It's about switching states here, and Spirit is really wanting to come in and well, giving you a message. And the reason why you feel anxious and possible sleepless nights and just really amped up is family patterns. Family patterns are trying to rise up within you, and you are being called to look at those. You're being called to look at those, right? And if you need a break, again, you can go back to that first weightlessness state, right? You can go back to that state and then come back to that and, I don't know, work on it, resolve it, because when you don't look at it, when you're trying to run from it, right, or when you feel like imprisoned by the past, let's say, right, it has a tendency to amplify. But when you face it head on, when you look at it, it's shrinking really quickly, and those swords will disappear like immediately. They will withdraw, and they're no longer there, and you're in this weightless state here. Oh, the page of the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, in the past, there's a good chance that you have worn your armor underneath, meaning what most people saw of you, not everyone, but most people saw of you were just this t-shirt, right? They didn't recognize that you were actually wearing armor underneath to protect yourself, to protect your feelings, because of course, when you're in that weightlessness state and in that womb, right? There's actually those machines. Joe Rogan is talking about those and how he's using those that kind of induce that kind of a state. So maybe that's very specific for one of you out there. That's vulnerable, right? When you're back in that state, back in that womb kind of a state, or when someone is taking you out of that state, let's say, right? When you're taken out of that state, because no one's more vulnerable than a newly born baby. And that's what I'm getting here with this. And you may notice like my voice is very gentle. Like I'm usually a lot more powerful, but I feel this is really right now with your reading, this is specific, right? You need that gentleness is what I feel. Oh yeah, with the Eight of Swords, yeah, this is lack of self-confidence, lack of self-love, lack in your abilities here, Capricorn, right? And your abilities to free yourself, to see yourself out of a situation here. Wow. But this is really you, the King of Wands, and he does take action. Like, he's that action king, right? He's not of many words. He's just like, all right, because I'm feeling this is internally. Of course, this could be an external person that just takes you by the hand, but I'm really strongly getting this is internally. So you do have that King of Rods within you that is just taking you by the hand, like one of your inner people, right? Your inner team. That one that doesn't feel so good right now, they need tending to. So you need to go in there with the King of Rods and be like, okay, where are you, matey? I'm gonna pull you out of there. Like, internally, I'm gonna pull you out of there. He's very, very loyal, not gender specific. He knows about the alignment of mind, body, and soul. And he's very inclined to help and very, very loyal. Like, he will tell you what's up, but in a good way, in a really good way. Yeah, exactly. Masteries, Cancerian energy. So really taking the reins here within that situation. That might also include standing up to those past patterns, like facing them head on, like I said earlier, facing your fears head on, because they're shrinking, right? Now, these cards are really quite powerful together. The King of Wands and the Mastery card here, the, what's it called? I'm so tired today. The Chariot, thank you. The Chariot. It also is fast movement here in that situation. So again, as soon as you look at it, and as soon as you just step in with that other person that can take care of that situation within yourself, because they are there, they're just waiting for you to switch into that other state, right? And the shrinking is happening really, really fast, right? And what usually is left, either that you know what the fear was originally about, or love. It's going to resolve and switch into love, transform to love. Page of Pentacles here. Now, that's someone who's very intent on their lessons. I'm also getting like that youthfulness. It's so interesting, you know, because we had the Star card here, like the Aquarian energy, which is also wish fulfillment, like, and great healing. And then we were talking about an embryo, right, and baby. And right now we're going down the timeline, it feels like, because you have the Knight of Pentacles, and then now you have the Page of Pentacles. This is so interesting, and talking about stability. Yeah, absolutely. And with that star, they all got the star. That's interesting. They all got the star. So, of course, that reminds me of Star Child, right? Oops. Star, 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 right? The pentacle, the stability, star children. Like, you've been here, and it's about you growing up. How you must have felt, and maybe first in this kind of an immature energy and still learning about life and what it is really all about, and then you're like, not liking this too much here, to be honest, and you're putting your armor on, and right now it is time to take that armor back off, though, because again, it's moving back into a state of trust, into the divine and into life, like trusting life again, trusting yourself again, also yourself in different situations, right? To pull yourself back out, Capricorn here, like trusting, and that's moving back into that state, because you do have that ability, Cappies, right? I like it. The World card, beautiful, beautiful, because there's a cycle that is really being brought to an end. It's also, for me, about manifestation. It's in the realm of reaping what you have sown, and that's why I said in the realm of manifestation, because it's, again, it's with that first card, when you were trying to pour water on something and trying to make it grow, then all of a sudden it grew without you knowing about it. That's what that Wheel of Fortune is really, I said the world, sorry, but the Wheel of Fortune here is really talking about, right? That you're going to reap what you have sown, but you also need to be aware that if you're manifesting out of a state of lack here, then that brings in more lack. So you really want to make sure that you clean up here, okay? And I know that sounds kind of weird, and also when you're in that situation, it might not be something that you want to hear. That's why I just make it really, really briefly because I don't like to be reminded when I'm in that situation. I'm just like, okay, I'm dealing with this right now. Don't nobody come and tell me what else I have to do, because it's enough as it is already, especially when you're dealing with fear and anxiety here, right? So step by step here, Cappies, okay? Just on the sidelines, so you know, for maybe later reference. Yeah, totally. And there's a lot of wisdom, a lot of understanding coming in. And I'm really being drawn to the stars here. It's Star Child. It's also about the ether, like where you really came from. So you might want to look into that, about knowledge, past knowledge, and like the ethers. The ethers is really like almost like we were born out of stardust, each and every one of us. And we all have different galaxies that we're appointed to. I'm not that far down that line yet regarding my own knowledge, so I'm not gonna mention anything else here, because I really want to make sure when I say something that it's on point. And so I'm asking you, if you're interested, look into the matter, okay? I'm just saying what is coming through. You've got the High Priest, that's Taurian energy. That's very stable, right? Very stable, very committed. And it's interesting because it's really like move into a state of trust. Trust in the divine, trust in the higher forces here. You will see things from a higher perspective, especially looking back. Maybe not right now, but you are being called to really get in touch with the higher realms here, with your higher self, and to really stand up here for yourself and take the reins. This is very important. And as you can see, he's holding some sort of a fern thing here. So he already noticed, oh, I grew something, and he picked one to bring it like as a, how do you say? As proof, I grew something and here it is. And I might keep it as a reminder to myself, because you grew stuff before, right? And you manifested stuff before. Remember this. Remember this. You are very powerful. Remember this here, Capricorn. Wow, the Page of Cups here. Interesting. Page of Cups. That's interesting. Yeah, there might have been tears involved, or maybe there is a need for you to release, is what I'm getting with this card. A need for you to cry, to release past emotions, and everything that has happened. Like, this is also, to me right now, has some sort of a reflective energy, like really reflect on everything. It's also that youngster energy again, right? That youngster energy here. You have 3 pages now. So you must be learning like on a bunch of levels right now. Emotionally, you're growing emotionally, you're growing possibly financially, and you're also growing in your action-orientedness here, in your ability to allow that and to stand up for yourself is what I'm getting here. Wow, Capricorn. Wow, what a message. Okay. Good. Now, if this resonated with you, you can follow me over to Vimeo and Patreon for your extended Capricorn. Before we do so and I explain everything, we're going to draw an guardian and angels and ancestors oracle card for you guys here, as well as a guardian angel card. Okay, Cappies? For my newbies, thank you for all your subscriptions. It's truly appreciated. Thank you everyone for watching and for all of your subscriptions. Thank you for your beautiful comments. I really hope you're up for it, like for the challenge in uplifting the collective. That'd be so awesome if a bunch of people did that, and just everybody was, that energy that is being set free by doing so. Oh, that would be so cool. All right, you guys. Now, you can either follow me to Vimeo or Patreon for the newbies. And Vimeo is for single extended. This is your card. And Patreon is for every extended ever created, plus a little bit extra if you want that, right? So check out both if you like and see which one is for you, if this resonated. All right, let me see. The Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. This is such a gorgeous card. So gorgeous. Okay, let me see. Whoops. The Spirit Fox. Here we go. Trust your talents in changing times. Stay alert as change is in the air. The Spirit Fox features my favorite animal of all time, the red fox, an amazingly resilient creature able to survive in urban environments or the freezing temperatures of the Arctic. Foxes know what it's like to be hunted. For centuries, they have been sought for their precious fur when all they want to is survive. So the Spirit Fox can help you overcome the energies of adversity and unfair treatment. Also, as urban foxes hide in cities and go about their business in the darker hours, the fox offers the medicine of blending in. The energies around you are changing at this time, and although it may not always be comfortable, you are equipped with all that you need to survive this shift. You are being presented with opportunities to reach spaces you've never encountered before, and this can make you feel on edge, but be open to the shifts occurring because they really are the answers to your prayers. All right. Well, if you're getting to that first state, it's definitely worth it, right? Oh man, the experience of being hunted or threatened is now behind you, and you are being invited to come out from your den and reveal your glory and talents, Capricorn. Call upon Spirit Fox Medicine to help you be seen for who you are and trust in your talents in order to be the best you can be in these changing times. Wow, okay. Wow, okay. One more Guardian Angel card for you here. Oh, good. You have compassion. Compassion, Cappies. Dearest one, be compassionate towards yourself. Surrender the self-criticism and fear that has you believing you need to improve in order to be worthy. You are perfect just as you are. The only thing that needs to change is your perception. You will come to realize the jewel you are when you love and honor yourself as you are. That is beautiful. Exactly, Cappies. You guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was insightful to you. Yeah, you can follow me over to Vimeo and Patreon if you like, and if not, I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.